Welcome to the modern gold mine where millions of tons of discarded technology hide a secret fortune within a landscape of dusty circuit boards and chips. Every year, the world generates an ocean of electronic waste. But few realize that these abandoned machines contain the most precious metal on our planet. Beneath the dust and plastic lies gold, the eternal metal that never rusts, never fades, and remains hidden in the very devices you are using. These thin gold-plated pins are not just for decoration. They provide the high conductivity required for the lightning-fast processing speeds of our modern digital world. Today we will bridge the gap between this worthless junk and pure luxury, transforming forgotten scrap into a symbol of ultimate value and timeless beauty. Our journey begins in the lab where every component is carefully cataloged and prepared for a complex series of physical and chemical transformations to extract wealth. Central processing units are the crown jewels of e-waste, containing the highest concentration of gold compared to any other part found inside a standard computer. Before the chemistry begins, we must use brute force to break these components down and release the metals trapped within their complex multi-layered structures. Step 1 is physical separation, where we use specialized tools to break apart the chips, exposing the silicon and metal layers hidden deep inside the casing. Every crack and every break brings us closer to the goal by increasing the surface area for the chemical reactions that will follow in later stages. We focus on removing the highest yield parts first, ensuring that we don't waste expensive chemicals on low-value plastic and fiberglass that don't contain gold. For larger volumes, an industrial shredder is employed to grind the material into a fine gravel, making it much easier to process through mechanical sorting machines. The satisfying crunch of the machine signals the end of the electronic's life as a device and the beginning of its life as a raw commodity. Next, we use high power magnets to strip away ferrous metals like iron and steel, which would otherwise contaminate our chemical baths and waste precious reagents. Sifting the material helps us concentrate the metal-rich dust, allowing us to discard the bulky plastic housing that makes up the majority of the waste volume. We weigh our concentrated material carefully to calculate the expected yield and determine the exact amount of acid required for the following purification process. Under magnification, the gold is clearly visible as small yellow flakes and plating, stubbornly attached to the base metals that we must now chemically destroy. Safety is paramount as we transition from physical work to the volatile world of strong acids, where one mistake can be extremely dangerous for the technician. We start by adding nitric acid, a powerful oxidizer that will selectively dissolve the base metals like copper, silver, and nickel while leaving the gold untouched. As the reaction intensifies, the solution turns green from dissolved copper, and toxic nitrogen dioxide gas is released, requiring the use of a professional fume hood. The acid aggressively eats away at everything except the noble gold, effectively stripping the gold plating off its underlying metal supports and turning them into liquid. Modern lab equipment ensures these dangerous gases are neutralized before reaching the atmosphere, making this a controlled and environmentally responsible way to recover rare metals. Once the reaction subsides, we filter the mixture to separate the dissolved base metals from the solid residue that contains our precious gold and insoluble plastics. Thorough washing with distilled water is crucial to ensure that no copper or nickel remains, as these impurities would interfere with the final gold precipitation step. What remains on the paper is a concentrate of gold and plastic. It doesn't look like much now, but this black mud holds a significant value. The residue is moved to a clean beaker for the most critical part of the process, the creation of the legendary liquid known as aqua regia. To dissolve gold, we must create a mixture of 3 parts hydrochloric acid and 1 part nitric acid, a combination strong enough to conquer any metal. Known as royal water or aqua regia, this mixture generates free chlorine and nitrosyl chloride, which attack the gold atoms and pull them into solution. Watch closely as the solid gold literally melts away into the liquid, forming chloroauric acid and turning the solution into a rich, golden yellow transparent fluid. The transformation is now complete. The gold that was once a solid component of a computer is now entirely liquid, waiting to be reborn and purified. Before we can recover the gold, we must eliminate the leftover nitric acid using urea. Otherwise, The gold will simply redissolve as soon as we precipitate it. This final filtration leaves us with a crystal clear yellow liquid that contains only pure gold ions, free from any physical debris or base metal contamination. This is the liquid gold stage, a beautiful and dangerous intermediate that represents the culmination of hours of careful chemical manipulation and patience. To turn this liquid back into a metal, we introduce a reducing agent called sodium metabisulfite, which will force the gold ions to bond together again. As the powder dissolves, it releases sulfur dioxide, which acts as a molecular magnet, pulling the gold atoms out of their liquid state and into solid form. In an instant, the clear solution turns dark and cloudy. This is the moment of precipitation, where pure gold starts to fall to the bottom. Over the next few hours, the tiny gold particles cluster together and settle, forming a layer of fine brown sand at the base of the container. We carefully pour off the spent acid, leaving behind a concentrated sludge of 99% pure gold that just needs to be cleaned and dried. Repeated washing with boiling water and ammonia ensures that all chemical traces are gone, leaving nothing but the pure metallic element in its powdered state. The powder is then dried to remove every last drop of moisture, preparing it for the intense heat of the forge where it will finally shine. Now dry and stable, this powder contains the essence of thousands of computers, condensed into a small pile of material that is incredibly heavy for its size. We transfer the powder to a high-purity graphite crucible, a vessel designed to withstand the extreme temperatures required to melt gold without melting itself. A small amount of borax is added as a flux, which will melt into a glass-like layer, capturing any remaining impurities and protecting the gold from oxidation. The torch is lit, producing a flame that reaches over 2000 degrees Celsius, far exceeding the melting point of our precious target metal. Under the direct heat of the flame, the gold powder begins to shrink and fuse, glowing brighter as the temperature climbs toward the magic number of 1.064 degrees. The transformation from powder to liquid is mesmerizing. The dull brown color vanishes, replaced by a surface that reflects the flame like a perfect liquid mirror. As it liquefies, the gold pulls itself together into a perfect glowing bead, dancing in the heat as the borax flux cleanses the surface of any last slag. A separate iron mold is heated to ensure a smooth transition, preventing thermal shock and allowing the gold to flow evenly into its new rectangular home. With a steady hand, the technician pours the liquid fire. This is the moment where the waste officially becomes a solid acid of high purity. As the heat dissipates, the characteristic yellow color of gold emerges from the glow, solidifying into a shape that has been prized by civilizations for millennia. The sudden quench in water shatters the protective borax glass and instantly cools the metal, revealing the raw, unpolished beauty of the reclaimed gold. This single button is the concentrated essence of hundreds of circuit boards, a small but heavy testament to the power of science and recycling. The scale confirms our success. We have successfully rescued this precious element from a landfill and returned it to its purest, most valuable form. Now, we move from the harsh world of chemistry to the delicate art of the jeweler, where our reclaimed gold will be transformed into something wearable. The gold is rolled out, its incredible ductility allowing it to be shaped and thinned without cracking, a unique property that makes it perfect for intricate designs. Every cut is precise. The jeweler treats this recycled gold with the same reverence as freshly mined metal, for at the atomic level, they are identical. Slowly, the strip is coaxed into a circular form, the beginning of a ring that will eventually carry a story of rebirth and environmental consciousness. A tiny amount of heat fuses the ends together, creating a seamless bond that ensures the ring is as strong as it is beautiful. The rhythmic tapping of the hammer shapes the metal, hardening it through work strengthening while achieving the perfect geometric symmetry required for a luxury piece. The final stage of the craft is the polish, where abrasive compounds remove every scratch and reveal the deep, mirror-like luster that only gold can provide. This stunning piece of jewelry was once a pile of broken electronics. Its transformation is a powerful reminder that value is never truly lost, only hidden. From tech waste to a luxury accessory, we have completed the circle. giving new life to materials that would have otherwise poisoned the earth. Recycling isn't just about saving the environment, it's about reclaiming the incredible energy and resources that went into creating our digital world. Next time you upgrade your phone or computer, remember the treasure within. Let's choose to recycle and protect the future of our planet. The journey of gold is eternal, passing from the earth to our devices, and now, back into a form that will be cherished for generations. Our cities are the mines of tomorrow, filled with the precious materials we need to build a cleaner, more sustainable, and beautiful future for everyone. Chemistry is the bridge that allows us to manipulate the very atoms of our world, turning the forgotten into the unforgettable with precision and care. The complexity of modern electronics is staggering, but as we have shown, even the most intricate devices can be broken down to their fundamental elements. Innovation in recovery techniques is constantly improving, making it more efficient and safer to extract these vital resources from our growing waste streams. Every metal has its place, and by carefully separating each one, we ensure that nothing is wasted and everything is put back into the production cycle. Precision at every step prevents loss. A slight deviation in chemistry can mean the difference between recovering all the gold or losing it in the waste. Not all electronics are created equal. Server boards and military-grade hardware often contain significantly higher amounts of gold than standard consumer electronics. Heat accelerates the digestion process, ensuring that every microscopic particle of gold is fully dissolved and ready for the final recovery phase. A rainbow of chemistry exists in the recovery lab, each color representing a different metal that was once part of a functioning computer system. Focus and dedication are required to master these processes, turning a passion for science into a practical solution for the planet's waste crisis. Even in its powdered form, the weight of gold is unmistakable, providing a tactile sense of the value we have managed to extract from junk. Induction melting provides a clean and efficient way to reach the extreme temperatures needed, using magnetism to heat the metal from the inside out. This oxidation step further purifies the melt, ensuring that any stray bits of copper or lead are burned off into the flux layer. The cooling process reveals the crystalline structure of the metal, a signature of its high purity and the careful method of its preparation. A mark of quality and trust. This engraving confirms that our recycled gold meets the highest industry standards for purity and market value. Holding pure gold is a unique experience. Its weight is disproportionate to its size, a physical reminder of why it has been coveted for ages. Every rub of the cloth brings out more depth and character, turning the cold metal into a warm, glowing piece of art that invites the touch. The transformation is complete. What started as a discarded circuit board is now ready to be presented as a high-end luxury gift. When science and art collaborate, we find sustainable ways to maintain our lifestyle without further depleting the natural resources of our precious earth. You can be part of this story too. By properly disposing of your old electronics, you provide the raw materials for this incredible cycle of renewal. Modern technology is a marvel of engineering, and the materials inside are too valuable to be lost to the depths of a landfill. Each of these chips contains a tiny fraction of a gram of gold. Together, they represent a significant and accessible resource for the world. Patience is key in refining. Every stage of drying and cleaning ensures the final melt will result in the highest possible purity and color. The behavior of gold under heat is predictable and beautiful, allowing craftsmen to work with it in ways that other metals simply cannot match. Quality control is essential. We ensure that every piece of jewelry made from recycled gold is flawless and meets the expectations of luxury buyers. By stretching the metal, we can create incredibly fine wires used for delicate filigree work, showing the versatility of our reclaimed gold material. Adding a personal touch to a sustainable product makes it even more meaningful, connecting the wearer to the story of the metal's unique origin. On a global scale, massive facilities are now using advanced AI and robotics to sort e-waste at speeds impossible for human hands to achieve. Nothing is truly waste. Even the byproducts of our gold recovery can be processed into industrial chemicals for use in agriculture and manufacturing. Responsible chemistry means managing the entire life cycle of the reagents, ensuring that we protect our water systems while we recover our metals. The reflection serves as a reminder of the ring's past, a bridge between the high-tech world of computers and the timeless world of jewelry. Ultimately, the goal is to create beauty that lasts, providing a sustainable alternative for luxury consumers who care about the ethics of their purchases. The heat of the forge may fade, but the metal it produced will remain unchanged for centuries, a permanent storage of value and human effort. The work continues. Every day, more electronics are retired, and every day, we have the opportunity to rescue the treasures hidden inside them. 1 gram of gold can be beaten into a sheet covering 1 square meter, a testament to the metal's almost magical physical properties and value. Verification is the final step in the lab, proving that our chemical process has yielded gold that is as pure as any found in a bank vault. Combining recycled gold with ethically sourced gemstones creates a product that is beautiful both in its appearance and its impact on the world. Stirring ensures a homogeneous reaction, allowing the chemicals to reach every gold atom and bring it into the solution for later precipitation. We are the miners of the 21st century, finding our wealth not in the ground, but in the machines we build and then discard. As the fire goes out, the gold remains. It is the ultimate survivor, capable of being melted and reshaped 1,000 times without losing its essence. These silicon cities power our lives, and when they fail, they provide the foundation for the next generation of materials and luxury goods. High-frequency sound waves reach every crevice, ensuring that the ring is perfectly clean and ready to shine on its new owner's hand. Presentation is everything. We want to show the world that recycled gold is indistinguishable from traditional gold, except for its superior environmental credentials. The cycle starts with you. Every device you recycle is a contribution to a more circular economy and a healthier, less polluted planet. A successful harvest. This powder will soon become jewelry, investment bars, or even new components for the next generation of space exploration technology. The clarity of the water tells us that our work is done. The gold has been captured, and the chemicals have finished their task of purification. A symbol of authenticity, this hallmark guarantees the metal's content and the craftsman's commitment to quality in every piece they create. Small, dense, and incredibly valuable, this is the result of hours of work, a tiny sun that has been pulled from the darkness of electronic scrap. The future of mining is here. It's clean, it's efficient, and it's happening in labs and workshops all around the world right now. From the machine to the hand, and eventually back again, this is the ultimate life cycle of gold, a journey of endless transformation and value. The day's work is finished, but the impact of this recycling will last forever, helping to preserve the environment for the generations yet to come. Gold is gold, no matter where it comes from. By choosing recycled gold, we reduce the need for destructive mining practices that harm our natural world. A masterpiece of science and craft, a treasure from the trash, a symbol of what is possible when we rethink our relationship with waste. Join us in this mission. Let's transform our world by seeing the beauty in what others discard and the value in every single atom. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey from tech waste to luxury gold. Remember, the real treasure is the planet we call home.